Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel W3 Runs. And once again, I'm back with a new project related Tkinter GUI development. And today in this project, we are going to build a BMI calculator. BMI stands for Body Mass Index, a number that estimates your body fat based on your height and weight. It's going to tell you according to your weight, you are healthy or not. So if I pass my height, my height is 170 centimeter and my weight is 73 kilogram. Then if I press on this button calculate BMI, as you can see it's written I am overweight. My BMI value is 25.26. So I need to work on my health. So today we are going to build that. So let's start the practical and see how we can create that. It's a very simple GUI application. Before we start coding, let me introduce you something. If you want to learn Python Tkinter GUI development from the very beginning, then you can check out this course on Udemy. Till today, it's come with 7 projects and time to time I'm going to update new projects on it. It's come with more than a 10 plus hour on demand video and 69 downloadable resources. If I talk about course content, first we are going to learn Tkinter window management, then we are going to learn about wizards, we are going to learn about layout management, then we are going to learn advanced wizards, Tkinter event handling, variable data binding, working with dialog boxes, toolbars, how to add images, then themed wizard TTK, then Python object-oriented programming and how we can apply object-oriented programming in GUI. Then we learn how we can convert our GUI into EXE, executable file. Then after that, I'm going to cover all the projects one after another. So this course is hot and new course on Udemy about Tkinter GUI development with Python. Just check out this course for once. If you think it's quite beneficial for you, then you can enroll this course. I will provide the link at my description. So finally, I am in my Visual Studio code editor. At first, I'm going to import the Tkinter module. So I'm going to type import Tkinter as tk. After that, I'm going to import another module. We need to import message box. So I type from Tkinter import message box. Then I'm going to create the main window, title and geometry. Here I create the main window root and set a title BMI Calculator and geometry 300 by 250 pixel. After that, I'm going to run the main loop. So here I'm going to type root dot main loop and it create our basic simple window. At first we need to get the height input from the user. So I define a single line comment and here I'm going to take height input. At first I'm going to define a label for this height. So I'm going to define a variable label height equal to tk.label class and we place it in a root window and our label text is enter height in centimeter. Then we need to pack this label. So I'm going to type label height dot pack method. Then inside the round braces, I'm going to add some padding, pad y 5 pixel. Then I'm going to take an entry field. For that, I'm going to define another variable entry height equal to tk.entry and we place it in a root window. Then we need to pack this variable. So I'm going to type entry height dot pack method and I'm going to add some padding, pad at y-axis 5 pixel. After get the height, also we need to take the weight of this person. For that, I'm going to define another single line comment weight input. First, we need to create the label. So I'm going to define a variable label weight equal to tk.label class and we place it in a root window and our label text is enter weight and we need to provide a weight in kgs, mean kilogram. Then we need to pack this label weight variable label weight dot pack method pad y5 and then we need to take a input field and our input field name is entry weight. So I type entry weight equal to tk.entry and we place this entry field inside the root window. Also we need to pack this entry field. So I type entry weight dot pack method and I'm going to add some padding, pad at y-axis 5 pixel and I'm going to set this file. Next, we need to create a button that's going to execute the command, which going to execute a function that's going to calculate the BMI value. So here I'm going to type button calculate, btn underscore calculate, and button calculate equal to tk.button, and we place this button in a root window, and our button text is calculate BMI, and here in command option we call this function calculate BMI. Now we need to define that function, but before I'm going to pack this button, so I type button calculate dot pack method, pack, and I'm going to add little padding, pad y, I'm going to add 10 pixel padding, and I'm going to set this file. And now I'm going to define that function. So copy the function name calculate BMI, and here I'm going to type def, and our function name is calculate BMI, and inside this function I'm going to type pass, and I'm going to set this file. Also we need to define a label that going to show the result. For that I'm going to type a single line comment result label, and here I'm going to type, and here I'm going to create a label result equal to tk.label, and for now our label text is empty, blank, and here we select font Arial and 12 pixel and apply bold font. Then I'm going to pack this label, so I type label result.pack and pad y 10 pixel. That's it, and I'm going to save this file. Now we need to work on the function, but before we work on the function, that function calculate BMI, we need to understand the formula, BMI formula. BMI stands for body mass index, and its formula is we need to divide weight, our body weight, divided by body height square. Suppose my body weight is 80 kg, 80 kilogram, and my height is 171 centimeter, otherwise 170 centimeter. Then we need to divide our body weight 80 kilo by 170 into 170. I want to say 170 square. Then it's going to give you the result of body mass index. So let's apply the formula and get the result. So I'm going to remove pass keyword, and instead of pass I'm going to use try block, try, try. Then inside this try block, at first we need to get the height from the entry value. Also we need to get the weight from the entry field. To get the height, inside the try block I'm going to type a variable name height equal to entry height dot get method. Using that we can get the value from this entry field, and then we convert it into a floating value, because in our height we can pass floating value also. At the same way I extract the weight, so I'm going to type weight equal to entry weight dot get method, and we convert it into floating number. After that, inside the try block, here I'm going to use if condition. If height less than equal to 0, or weight, as you can see it's already suggests me to do that, weight less than equal to 0. In that case, in this if condition, I want to print a error message. Here I'm going to type message box dot show error message, invalid input, height and weight must be positive numbers. So if you pass any negative numbers, otherwise 0, then it's going to show this error message. Also I'm going to turn on word wrap. Now to print the error message, we need to stop the execution because we pass invalid numbers. So to stop the execution of this function calculate BMI, I'm going to type return keyword. Then outside this if condition, we need to apply the BMI formula. So I'm going to define a variable BMI equal to, we need to divide weight divided by, inside the round braces, here I'm going to convert centimeter into meter. For that I'm going to type height divided by 100. It's going to convert the centimeter into meter. Then I want to square it. I want to square the height. So I'm going to type **2. This formula going to return the BMI value. So using this formula we extract the BMI. Then according to the BMI value, we need to categorize the overweight, underweight and normal weight everything. So I'm going to use if condition if BMI less than 18.5, then inside this if condition I'm going to define a variable category and category equal to underweight. Then elif 18.5 less than equal to BMI and less than 24.9, then inside this elif condition here I'm going to set the category normal weight. Else if 25 less than BMI, 25 less than equal to BMI value and less than 29.9, then inside the elif condition here I'm going to set category overweight. Else inside the else block I'm going to set the category obvious. Also we need to handle the except part. Try. Also we need to handle the error. So here I'm going to type except value errors, then inside the except block here I'm going to print a error message. So I'm going to type message box dot show error invalid input. Please enter valid number for height and weight. And I'm going to set this file. After that we need to configure this label result. Here we need to display the result, the actual result. For that, inside this block, I'm going to type label result dot config method config. Then inside the round braces, and inside the round braces here, I'm going to configure the text parameter text, and I'm going to use f string. Then inside the double quotes, first I'm going to type BMI. I want to print the BMI value of my body here. Inside the curly braces, I'm going to pass the BMI variable, BMI, and I want to print only 2 digit after decimal point. So I'm going to type colon dot 2f. After that I want to print the category. So here I'm going to type inside the curly braces category variable. That's it. And I'm going to set this file. Now let's run the code in our terminal. And I'm going to hit the run button. And here, first I'm going to define my height. I am 170 centimeter. And my weight is 73 kilogram. And if I press on calculate BMI, my BMI value is 25.26. I am overweight. So I need to reduce my weight, and it's necessary. So I hope now it's clear for you how we can create the BMI calculator. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next project.